Hello! I'm here! Welcome to the stream, everybody. Yes, this was booting off RAID 10 floppies, and that's why. Uh, that's why it's taken so many days for me to start streaming, actually. Because usually, for a while, I was doing it like every Wednesday, and then after TwitchCon, it pushed back to Friday, and now it's pushed again to Saturday. So, oof. But how's everyone doing? What's going on? Um, I, of course, put out a video on Halo yesterday, which was a different kind of video, but I thought it was pretty fun. The first time I watched you live, hell yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome, Megabyte112. I apologize if I'm a little lower energy than usual because I've had a string of late nights these past couple nights. Not unrelated to the video that I just put out. Matt, how are babies made? Well, you see... No, I can't think of anything funny, so I'm gonna tastefully dodge that question. I thought you sold off your iMac G3s before I move, right? No. I mean, well, firstly, I didn't sell my iMacs, but I couldn't bring them with me on the move, so I still have them, but I don't have them, if that makes sense. But the iMac I showed in the video was another one that I've reacquired after moving. So I'm pretty sure, what does that mean? I think that means I have 4 iMac G3s to my name. Because I had 3 in Australia, one of which, you know, completely fell apart in that one video. Or maybe it's only 2 in Australia. I don't remember anymore. Gosh, it's been so long. But yeah, now I have... a friend actually donated me an iMac G3, and I was like, yes! Because I guess they were just like cleaning out their garage or something. So that plastic on the iMac is shit. Yeah, they are, especially now. They just haven't aged very well. So now they're extremely brittle, and that's why they like fall apart in your hands. I have a question. What do you think is the more functional version of Windows, ME or Vista? I know Vista works better on hardware appropriate for the OS. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll have to be Vista because the 9X kernel slash infrastructure or architecture, I should say, was just not all that great. As much as I love Windows 98 from a nostalgic perspective. Yo, what was that? Why didn't it come up on my activity feed? Thank you for the sub. Ballless TTV. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate that. Yeah, but the 9X architecture, not very good. So, I think, and I agree that on the right hardware, I think Vista is perfectly fine.
How are you?
I don't know why that took so long to show up, but thank you so much for subbing for 4 months. Appreciate that. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm a little bit tired, a little bit like low energy just because of the Rabbit Tracks, thank you for subscribing with the Bezos bucks. Remember, it is morally correct to take money away from Amazon by sending it to the streamer of your choice instead. But thank you so much, I appreciate that. Yeah, because of the video I just put out, there were a couple late nights working on that one, mostly due to like my own disorganization. But so I'm a little bit tired, but that doesn't mean I'm not keen to spend some time with all you guys. I recently found your channel and spent the last 4 days just binging through all the videos. They're really easy to put on and get lost in for 10-ish minutes. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's really cool. It's funny to because I often don't think of my videos as like about like how they'll do long term. I mostly just put them out and like hope that they do well, and then I kind of forget about them. So it's cool to see people come back and like say that they binge through them. It's an interesting like way to think about work. Do you know regular expressions like regex? Of course. Did you listen to Taylor Swift's new album? No, I heard it came out on the radio, but I haven't heard it. I haven't. I'm not the hugest fan of Taylor Swift's like more recent material. Are you still working on Olive? Yeah. In fact, I'm gradually transitioning to editing my own videos in Olive. It's kind of odd but nice seeing your name in other tech YouTuber comment sections occasionally. It would just be especially odd for Main G because we've known each other for many years, but well before I was known anywhere on the internet. Are you doing YouTube full time? More or less. I mean, YouTube is my biggest job, but I kind of do a bunch of things. I'm working on several things, but YouTube is the thing that I think that I spend the most time on and that makes most of my income. Would you be interested in trying a game that tests or teaches regex? A game? Like an educational game? You should listen to it. I might listen to it. I like music. Like I like to stay up to date on pop music and whatnot. But I'm not like I don't try as hard as I used to stay up to date. That might just be me getting older, but I do still like to. Femi has been invited to the stream. Hell yeah. Meanwhile, I also know Golden Lion because I did a video on a puzzle channel on their game. Really? How much money do you make off YouTube? Well, I can't tell you exactly how much. And firstly, because people don't usually talk about that sort of thing. And secondly, because it differs. Like, if a video does really well, then I do better in some months than I do in other months. I make enough to live. That's the important part. Do you ever use the consoles that you used for videos? Oh, like just use them in real life? All the time. In fact, that's often how I acquire them in the first place. It's often a matter of like, I want this console, or I want something, or maybe I just come across something that I think is interesting, and it's kind of like making the video is like the cherry on top, but I actually am interested in having one of those in the first place. I don't tend to acquire things just for a video. I tend to acquire things and then make a video about it. A hype train. Thank you for subscribing with the Bezos bucks. Sacello. One of those, I'm sure, might have been right. I finally caught a stream. Welcome to the stream, WolfieX15. Or maybe that's just Wolfix. But welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. What version of Olive is under the most active development? I use the Mac version, and iMovie is glitchy as shit, so I use Olive as my main. Under active development is if you go on the website, it tells you which version is being developed and which version is considered more stable but is not currently under development. Scam train? Yeah, I hear people call them that, but I don't actually know why. Close enough, lol. Which one? I said like 3 of them. Is it spelled Bezos Bucks? Yes, it is. It stands for the Bay Area Zos Bucks. I don't know. There was something... Oh, right. Here we go. Most people just call me Wolfie. I just watched your newest video last night before bed. Hell yeah. Yeah, I did upload it late. My bad. Sasalo? Okay, I getcha. We believe in Matt KC currency, KC coins. I did think it would be. I wasn't actually gonna do this, but I did think when there was that whole throughout the various crypto booms, I did think it would be funny if we had like a KC coin. I would have spelled it like that or something. But I never actually. I would never actually make a crypto because they're usually when a creator makes a cryptocurrency. It's an elaborate pump and dump scheme. But I always thought it would be. I always made jokes about making K-Coin, KC coin. Finance a skyscraper in Kansas City, KC Towers. I do get that a lot. I do get, KC, are you from Kansas City? And I'm like, do I sound like I'm from Kansas City? No, I don't. I'm just kidding. But a lot of people do wonder if the KC is Kansas City, but it is not. And it always disappoints people because they're like, we're from Kansas City, and we don't know any YouTubers from Kansas City. And I'm like, well, you still don't, I'm afraid. Currently doing research for my own DIY NAS. I will be getting a 24 bay hot swap 19-inch rack chassis. What's better, bigger drives from the get-go or upgrading to bigger drives later on? That's a good question. I think it's probably worth getting bigger drives from the get-go, just because then you don't have to worry about it. It's a bigger upfront expense, but it's more future-proof. Like, long term, it'll probably cost more to get smaller drives now and then bigger drives later, as opposed to getting bigger drives just now, I think. But it really comes down to what you're comfortable with. I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong answer. Matt, what is the sexiest OS you've seen? I think it's always gonna be Mac OS X Tiger. The aqua look. I'm yet to see anything that truly beats it. Also, what just happened? Megabyte112, thank you for the subscription with the Bezos bucks. Thanks for taking that money away from Daddy Amazon and forwarding it to me instead. Yeah, I think for me it's the Mac OS X Tiger, the best OS UI. I know that there are issues like this Finder is pretty primitive today. I'm not saying I would necessarily use it today. Same with XP or even Windows 7 to an extent, but I don't think any of them have ever been like, wow, that looks good to me since then. Leopard is so much more usable. Yeah, Leopard is not bad. It's just they went in a different direction with the design. They went from like liquidy to like shiny, and I think the liquidy I think is prettier. Temple OS, true. Actually, you're right. Temple OS. It's gotta be Temple OS. I actually have used Temple OS in a virtual machine. Thanks Linus. But and it's unbelievably impressive. Like it's not necessarily a usable OS, but also it's not necessarily trying to be, because if you look up Temple OS documentation, it literally says that you should dual boot it with Windows or Ubuntu because it's not supposed to be a fully fledged OS. It's just supposed to be like a temple. It's supposed to be like church. You just go to it on Sundays to worship the Lord. So it's a very impressive and surprisingly like it's not pretending to be anything it isn't. After making the QR code game, have you been doing any other steganography? Uh-oh. I actually don't know this term, I'm googling it. Concealing a message within another message or a physical object. I haven't, but I've been thinking about this ever since I went to TwitchCon. I have a t-shirt on my store which has the QR code, the snake QR code on it. And I wore that on one of the days at TwitchCon. And several people really wanted to scan it on their phones. And I was like, well, here's the thing is it doesn't actually work on phones, it only works on Windows computers. And it was very, like, I could tell it disappointed people. And I've been thinking recently that I should try to make something that works on a phone. Because someone messaged me that recently and said that I could be using data URIs to like basically fit a web page, a small web page, into a URL, into a QR code, and then you could perhaps actually like have something on your shirt that people can just go up and scan with their phone and then play a game. Mojave is so pretty. I'm the only one I know who likes how Mojave looks. I think that because they made it flatter with Yosemite, I think over time that got better. I think I didn't like it in Yosemite. I think by the time Catalina was a thing, it got better. But yeah, like I said, for me, nothing has yet topped the Panther/Tiger era. Drop the audio, put on heavy metal, open Notepad, and show you how to get free KC coins in 480p. I mean, that's how I do it. You get one chance to make a guess about how many followers I have on Instagram. A slight gap is fine. If you win within a range of 100 close, I'll give 20 subs right now. I mean, I'm not gonna get it right, obviously. So I'm probably just gonna guess a meme number like 69. You're welcome. Will you get other sponsors other than Squarespace? Yeah, I mean, I've had other sponsors. The thing is that what Squarespace has offered me is over a period of a few months, their deadlines are twice a month. And I don't really get more than 2 videos out per month, so they just end up sponsoring all of my videos. If I was the kind of YouTuber that uploaded every week, or like daily, then there would be more of there'd be other sponsors because I'd have time for other sponsors. But I have struggled enough getting 2 videos out a month. And this stream is sponsored by Squarespace. Nope, there is no sponsor on this stream. Not yet, at least. Haha. New video every Friday meme. Lol. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I did. For like 3 months, I did succeed at a new video every Friday, but not after that. It's Matt KC. Welcome to the stream, Sinath, friend of the stream, and fellow Twitch Connor. Do you participate in Advent of Code in December? No, I don't know what that is. What's this Bill Gates image I've been sent? Oh no. It's an AI-generated Bill Gateses. And I say Bill Gates because there are several of them. I'm not happy. I'm taking this off stream. Really enjoyed the Sonic video. Yeah, I'd love to do more videos like that. The issue is that that project took like 2 months. And when you're trying to do like a video once a month or every 2 months, it's hard to get the time to stop everything and do a project for 2 months. Matt Bestie, how was your day? It's just started, really. I got up, I did some bits and pieces of work here and there, and I got some food, and now I'm on stream. So there hasn't been much. Evening. Welcome to the stream, AntV199. Peepo Hey. Oh, I don't know why I guess I don't have Peepo Hey. Oh, I don't have a lot of channel emotes. I've only got like 5 of them. I do have this one. I have 4 weird, and I have... This one's a good one. That's a good... always a good tip, the stop streaming emote. Getting up is overrated. True! Actually, nowadays I have good reasons to get out of bed nowadays, because I always have some project going on that's exciting for me. I genuinely loved your video about restoring old PS2 saves. Way more interesting than it has any right today. I'm glad people liked that one. Because, yeah, it was a incredibly technical software video, but I think people like that sort of puzzle. I like that sort of puzzle, so that's why I pulled through with that. What do you think of Britain going to shit? It is sad to see. I mean, I'm a dual Australian and UK citizen, though I haven't actually spent a lot of time in the UK. It's just because my dad was born there, and but the times I've been there, I've had a lot of fun, and it seems like a lot of bad things are happening now. there's uh, there's a lot of concern over the economy. I contracted someone from the UK once, and I remember he told me like, because I could have paid him in US dollars, but he said, can you? His request to me was to pay him in pounds, specifically because he didn't know if the exchange rate was gonna like tank tomorrow or like within the next week or within the month, and he was suddenly gonna have not enough money for rent. And I'm like, damn, there's a lot of anxiety over there, and it's really unfortunate because I have some affinity for the UK. As a Brit, help. That's funny, but yeah, I'm sorry to see it's happening, and you revolving door of prime ministers that you guys have had. It doesn't seem. It does seem a little bit concerning. My first Matt KC stream. I love your battery-powered NES video, which got me hooked on your channel. Peepo Hey. Hell yeah! I need to get Peepo Hey. I don't know. I don't know why I don't already have it. But yeah, I'm glad you liked that video. I still want to do that one where I plug it into a variable power supply and just kind of mess around with the voltage manually. The reason I haven't is because the best way to do that is with a linear power supply, and they're kind of expensive. Emotes. Let me grab a Peepo Hey. Truss was anti-trans. I didn't like her. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll like anyone pushed by the Tories, but you know how it is. Actually, no, but I can't vote. I can't vote in the UK because I don't spend enough time there. Maybe one day. Yeah. All right, we should have a Peepo Hey now. I don't know if I don't know if you have to refresh or if it would just work. Can you not write something in C++ that would fix the British economy? Maybe open it with a hex error and see what's going on. I'd love to try. I'm afraid I just don't really have the time. I'm sure I could fix the UK economy, but I don't know. I'm just not really interested. I'm just kidding. But yeah, if only it were that easy. Sometimes people make the joke. They're like I'll fix something in a video, and so like a friend of mine will watch and be like, "Great, can you now fix my depression?" And I'm like, "Afraid not." Yeah. Hooked on your channel from the $1 Wii. Hell yeah. I really like that video. It's got such an interesting narrative to it, because it's it starts with a kind of a follow-on from the quest of going to Japan and trying to find Lego Island, but picking up all this other stuff instead. And then so I start working on it, and then it seems like it works, but then it's like, oh, actually something's a little bit wrong. And then I figure out what's wrong and I try to fix it, but then I break it more, and then finally at the very end it all pulls through. So it's kind of a, like, not that I want to start like accidentally breaking things on purpose, but it's kind of got a funny it's got a real like 3-act structure to it. We lost 2 lizards in 2 months. I never thought of it that way, but you're kind of right. You fixed my depression at TwitchCon. Oh! Me? You talking about me? No, I appreciate that. Thank you. Can you format my MacBook? I mean, only if you have a lot of important stuff on there. If you have, like, all your personal messages and photos and, like, emails that you could never recover again on there, I'd be more than happy to format it. Do you have a computer science or engineering degree? I don't. I'm 100% self-taught. Well, maybe like 98% self-taught, because I did learn the one computer thing I did learn in school was my first introduction to Unity 4, and I was able to like reuse that knowledge when I was doing the Sonic Runners decomp. But everything else was self-taught. Wait, holy shit! I caught a stream. I'm a big fan. Hell yeah! Welcome to the stream. Migosu. Thanks for stopping by. In terms of preservation efforts, how do you feel about circumventing old copy protection schemes such as secure disk on games that have not been republished? I'm pretty pro preservation. Like, I obviously, if you can support the developers, I think you ought to. You should. But if the developers have not provided an easy way to, like, get something conveniently and effectively, then I'm pretty pro, like, archiving that. You should throw for content more often. I wonder if there are any more mistakes I can think of. There are more stories that I have that I'd love to turn into videos, but they're not necessarily mistakes. They're just kind of like funny things that happened. Trying to think. Like, obviously, we all make a lot of mistakes, but like they have to be mistakes that have a good, like, story, or else it's just like, well, I fucked up. The end. You were at TwitchCon? I was. Yeah, I was there all 3 days. Mostly just kind of hanging out with friends, but also meeting a couple people that I'm a fan of, which was it was always fun. I still get I get a little starstruck sometimes. Apparently the world record overclock was broken yesterday on a CPU that's not an AMD FX. 8.8 gigahertz on Intel's new 13900K. My god. That's a lot of gigahertz. Did you ever try competitive programming, or do you do much programming these days? I do a lot of programming these days, but I've never done, like, formal competitive programming. I've done, like, programming where where it was like a friendly competition. Especially in school, it would be like, I'm gonna do something, and a friend would be like, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna be so much better than yours, and we'd be like, but like, that's the extent of it. Just kind of a friendly, informal competition, but no actual. I haven't done like a game jam or anything like that. We all learn to back up the hard way. I've fucked up many times. Yep, me too. But I'm drawing a blank as far as fuck ups that could turn into great content. They have to have like I said, they have to have like a 3-act structure where it's like, the build up, the things seem to be going fine, then the terrible the everything starts to fall apart in the 3rd act, and then either it all comes through at the end, or I have to apologize and the hero learns something at the end of the movie. Or some shit like that. Want to see a dog? I don't know, do I? If we put you on the spot to do a game jam right now, what genre do you think you would do? God. I guess I would probably want to do something simple, like, I'd probably write a Snake or a Pac-Man, or almost certainly something with a tile or grid-based sort of system, because they're like, that would be relatively straightforward to code. It's easy to code things on a grid. Oh, Matt, did you find that thing you lost? I didn't. I've had to order a new one. I have no idea. No idea. We doing anything today? I don't actually have any plans. Like I said, for the last, like, week, since Monday, I've been, like, spending all day, every day, just finishing off the Halo video, so I haven't really planned much ahead as to what I would want to do on stream. We might just, like, do what we do every day and pop on some GeoGuessr. I just heard a sound and my socket is literally electrocuting my bed. Oh god. I've had something where I was using it was a power cord, the standard power cord that you plug into a PC, and I plugged in a PC, and it started. I heard it like, not immediately, but like at some point it started crackling and sizzling, and there was a whole like section in the middle that like bubbled and melted. So I guess the shielding in it broke down. I don't know where that cable came from, because that's pretty dangerous. But it stood out in my memory because it was a little scary when it happened. The Halo iMac video was great. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, a lot of editing time in that video, but I think it came out pretty well. You should try making something in Pico 8. It's very similar to old school Commodores unless you get real close to virtual hardware. Yeah, that always seems like it would be a fun thing to do. I've been getting into Arduino programming recently because I like controllers, and I like to be able to use controllers on different things, and the Arduino is such a great way to do that, or it's such an ideal like I don't know, architecture to do those sorts of things. So I've been getting into Arduino programming recently. I might make a video about something like that eventually if I can think of something good to talk about. I also know that there's the 8-bit guy's his computer, the Commander X16, which is supposed to sort of be like that as well, where it's supposed to get you close to the hardware. You should write an emulator of a simple system such as Game Boy. It's a fun experience that doesn't take that much time. I've heard that like, if you want to get into emulator development, one of the best ways is to write a Game Boy or NES emulator because they're super simple to write. It's nearly my birthday. Happy nearly birthday. Want to try that regex game? I mean, I'll look at it. I'm curious to what a regex game would look like. More death cabling. Hell yeah. 19 soon. Interesting. I remember being 19. That was a rough year. But I hope your 19 is great. I plugged an old CRT monitor into the wall, and when I turned it off, it started sizzling and crackling. Oof. Yeah, that's a yikes. Alright, regex adventure. Okay. Are we all ready for a regex adventure? So I see that ordinarily it costs $7, but there's a free web demo. So let's try the free web demo. I'll stop the music because this might have music. Alright. Well, I don't remember Wazard. No, I don't remember regex being this, like, interactive. But collect purple orbs like this to enable casting spells using the symbol it contains. Okay. So what symbol did that contain? Is that like a... Am I looking at this correctly? That the... Oh. Oop. Am I looking at this correctly? That there's like a... I just picked up this egg and it's got like a comma in it. To see usages of symbols you've collected, press tab to toggle usage view. Yeah, it is. It's a dot. Can be used to represent a single character. That's true. To see usages of symbols you've collected, press tab to... Oh, I already read that. My bad. Match the names of goblins to escape. You currently have period. To enter combat, press enter, type your spell, then press enter again. Excellent. Well, the period, doesn't that like match, if that matches any character, then that would technically, oh, I guess. Okay. Wild. Oh. No, that's not a, that's a buddy. Oh, I thought it was an enemy named Buddy. Fuck you, buddy. The real surprise to me today is the fact that a Celeron D can reach 8.5 gigahertz. It can? I didn't know that. A Celeron D? I don't remember being 19. That was like 84 years ago. Yep. I only remember being 19 because it was like... it was a very like unique year for me because it was my first year out of school and trying to figure out what I was actually going to do. And Pico 8 is just software that's emulating a console that doesn't exist, but you can make some really cool 8-bit stuff with it. Ah, I see. So it's kind of like an emulator for what it would have been, what it was like to write for the Commodore 64. I tried to solve a problem with regex and now I have 2 problems. That's funny. It's period. Oh, just 1? I guess so. No, it is 3. I might have misunderstood you there. Cool. Celeron D352. It's overclocked stupidly high for some reason, for no reason. I'm looking that up. I wanna look more into that because that sounds hilarious. When were you 19? That was 2015. My dad has a Commodore 64. I have never had a Commodore 64. That was like... Oh wait, did I die? Why am I doing this level again? Oh, now I have an A. Ah, I see. Great. I attacked the friendly. See, I didn't even realize... Oh, I guess you're right. I didn't even realize that that... I still haven't figured out who's friendly and who isn't, but I guess it's the ones with the... The ones with the red numbers. My dad has a Commodore 64. Oh yeah, I was gonna say something. I've never had a Commodore 64 because I'm that's just slightly before my time. I've only gone as old as the NES. Oh, I have an A now. Nice. Ah, damn it. Is it more attack power to use the A instead of just another dot? Yeah. 26 RN, true. Right. It's the same attack power, I see. I also just realized that you're the creator of this game, so hell yeah. It's not often that I play a game and have the creator giving me help. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, have I used that up? I guess so. Yes. Cool. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh, there's another one here. Oh no, that is the dot. I see what's happening. Each level your symbols reset. I getcha. I just did something. I did the exact same thing again. The exact same incorrect thing again. Path if I go down. Oh, I see. There is a path. Well, okay. Right. Should I get... Do not attack? Should I attack it? Yes, okay. Cool. Now I have a plus. Oh. And the plus is a regex. I see. I like the sound of the very Windows 95. They are a little bit Windows 95. Beats the previous symbol or group. Okay. Yeah, I see. I see how this could help help people learn regex. Oh, right, because I should do... Is that correct? Yeah. But I died anyway. Hello, Matthew Kneecap. That's a new one. That's a new one. I've heard all sorts of KC acronyms. I've heard Kentucky Chicken. That's the obvious one. Kansas City. That's the one that everyone hopes it is, but it isn't. There's Cleanup Crew. I made that one myself, but I've yet to hear about Kneecap. It would be nice to see if you can run Halo on QEMU system PPC, and what perf you can get. Yeah, I've played around with the QEMU PowerPC a lot. It works well, it's just slow, which I guess you should probably expect because it probably has to interpret all that PowerPC live. I think you don't need to type dot that many times. It should work with dot 4 in brackets. Does it? Oh yeah, I don't have braces or numbers. Matt Christen chips. Crispy chicken. Hell yeah. Well, I think this is cool, but I'm gonna get back to talking with chat now. But thanks for showing it to me. I think it probably is useful as far as like learning and like studying, like revising regex. Thanks for playing. Hell yeah! No, thanks for sending it to me. The ones you were targeting show green outline. Okay. Did it run also 3D graphics stuff? I don't know. I actually don't know if the PowerPC emulator, if it emulates any specific graphics cards or if it's only software. It might only be software, which is fine, but I actually have some PowerPC VMs sitting around. I have one of macOS 10 Developer Preview 3. And what I like about Developer Preview 3 is that they hadn't quite figured out the alpha transparency in the dock yet, so it's all like just square pictures. For some reason, I shouldn't, but for some reason I kind of like it. I think that obviously the transparent icons in the dock are better, but I kind of think it's I mean, I guess it's imported directly from NextStep, right? Because these also, well, actually, these are transparent icons. They're just not, they don't have a transparent background because they're on a button. Why did I decide to use Linux? Because Windows is the worst platform to do any development on. That's like a fact. Well, maybe not any development. Like C# is perfectly fine on Windows, but I do a lot of C and C++, and I think Windows is the most annoying OS for doing that. Do you want to try my snake clone that I, for some reason, spent way too long making? Maybe off stream. I think I'm gamed out for streams at the moment. There's a channel of a guy who ran modern OBS on a PowerMac G5. Did he have to compile it himself? Have you tried the Windows subsystem for Linux? I have, but the thing is, a lot of my development is also requires like UI and direct GPU access, which WSL was like, it wasn't as good at doing. And the other thing is that it's very much kind of just an addition to Windows. Like there's still so many things that assume that you're going to be using CMD, and then you have to use CMD, and you have to like go back and forth between them, and then you get all your commands confused. I'd much rather just have the one Linux terminal. Oh, fucking shit, I just got electric shock. Yeah, I know that feel. Especially with death cables, I know that feel. I'm extracting some files from Overwatch. What are you doing? Are you trying to mod it? Oh, let me get some music back on. I can agree that Windows isn't great for some types of dev. PHP in particular is a pain. Yeah, I would use a number of things. Like I also used MSys to give me a Unix style terminal on Windows, but you'd still have to use CMD a lot just because a lot of stuff on Windows would just assume that you were using it. And so if you ever wanted to compile something in MSVC, for example, you'd have to use the Visual Studio Developer command prompt And a lot of like those tools, if you do try to use them through Bash, they're just like pissed off and they just error out. So Windows, what I've concluded is that I think Windows is the most practical OS. If you can only use one OS and you don't want to have to worry about not being able to do something, Windows, there's pretty much nothing that you can't do on Windows because it's the majority user base. Everything has to sort of figure out how to work on Windows. That being said, I think it's also the worst OS for a lot of those things. I think if you're in music production, you'd be better off on a Mac. I think even to an extent, if you're doing video editing, you're probably better off on a Mac. If you're doing coding or development, you're probably better off on Linux. The only thing that Windows is the best in its class for is games, in my opinion. Docker is also a big pain on Windows. Yeah, that's another thing. On Windows 11, you can use graphical programs on WSL. I know, but even then, they kind of behave weirdly. Like, I remember the title bars are not Windows title bars, so they don't behave like Windows title bars or something like that. I remember, or you can't. I remember there were these little things like you couldn't drag between a Windows app and a Linux app. There were like just these little things that made it very clear that they weren't like running natively and would inconvenience me. Audio in Windows is terrible. It's pretty bad. And to be fair, audio in Linux is also pretty bad, with the exception of Pipewire. Since installing Pipewire, I've had virtually zero issues with audio on Linux. Windows for the public, I would say, general use. Yeah, sure. When I say... when it comes to... like, it all comes down to, like, what you need to do. Like, there's no one OS that is always better than another OS. It always depends on what you need to do. But a lot of the things that a lot of things I think I think Windows is the worst OS at doing. even though Windows is the one that you can do most things on. WSL2 is also only Wayland, so old Xorg stuff might not work well. Yeah. I didn't know that, but that makes sense. Pipewire fixed so many issues with audio in Linux, now it's Wayland. I hope so. I mean, most people I know are still staying away from Wayland because it's like, there's still so much stuff that doesn't work in it properly. But, I mean, I know more than anyone else that stuff like that takes time, so, we'll see. Pretty much stuck to macOS because of GarageBand and Logic Pro 10. Yeah, I mean that's what you use the Mac for, or Final Cut Pro, or iWork. Yeah, pretty much. It's just like each OS has like its pros and cons, and Windows's pro, I think, is games and backwards compatibility, and Mac OS's pro is probably like a Nintendo console, first-party software. You probably, if you're using a Mac, it's probably because you want to use some Apple software. And then Linux's pro is that it's the most like versatile, to the extent that it limits you the least. However, there's also not a lot of commercial support. So if you want to run something like Photoshop, it can be harder if you're running Linux. But yeah, I really want to use Ubuntu, but I don't have the balls or knowledge on how to get all my shit running on there. It's not that, like, every year Linux gets much better. Like, I think every year it catches up, especially because now with the efforts from Valve, I don't have any Steam games that I can't run on Linux, because even though most of them are Windows only games, they still run on Linux pretty well. well, almost all of them run flawlessly. The only one that doesn't is Halo Infinite, but they're like working on that. I've been reading the progress on that, and every month or so, like, progress gets made on that, on getting Halo Infinite to work on Linux. The reason why is because apparently they used a bunch of like DirectX 12 shit in it, so it really caught the Proton team off guard. But they're working on it. They're getting there. Only reason I have a Mac is because I do mobile development for my day job, and Apple's got Apple. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's also true. The Mac is... They've very specifically set it up so that if you're developing for iOS, you need a Mac in some capacity. Linux is superior because you can name a folder con, whereas Windows can't handle such a powerful name. True! Yeah, and a lot of the... Linux has a lot of, or Unix in general has a lot of benefits over, like, Windows. They've painstakingly, like, kept a lot of backwards compatibility with DOS, and in a lot of ways, that's good. I can still run Lego Island on the latest version of Windows, for instance, or I can write software in an old version of Visual Studio, and it'll run on Windows 95 and Windows 11. That's a good thing, but at the same time, they're having to rely on a lot of like really outdated design ideas that kind of don't that I think are kind of bad. I think drive letters are a really bad idea. The fact that if you plug a flash drive in and it's given the letter F, and then you plug a hard drive in and it's also given the letter F, and then you plug that flash drive back in and suddenly it's letter G, well, any software that thought that flash drive was on F now has to think it's on G. It has to, like, now it doesn't know where those things are because now something else is plugged in there. I think that's a pretty objectively bad way to do drives. And the only reason they're still doing it that way is because DOS did it that way. And Windows 95 did it that way because DOS did it that way, and Windows 11 does it that way because Windows 95 did it that way. So, on the one hand, like I said, the backwards compatibility is really cool because you can run things from 25 years ago on the new version of Windows. But on the other hand, there's also a lot of stuff that's broken because of it. Anyway, sorry for ranting. That's that's just me complaining. The con thing is funny, but why would you actually name a folder or file con? I think you can't assume what users will or won't want to call things. They might have a folder called pro and a folder called con, but like, yeah, I mean, it's not a hard thing to get around. You just call it something else. But but there, yeah, a lot of that legacy stuff, I almost think, and I think you could do it now. I almost think what they should do now is, rather than have backwards compatibility like built into the OS, they could just do it all through translation layers now, like Wine. I know why they wouldn't have wanted to do that in like the XP era, because that probably would have added a lot of overhead that you couldn't afford on the hardware back then. But nowadays, if you're running something from Windows 95, and a lot of it breaks anyway because they've had to like change the API, like they've necessarily had to make changes to the API, so a lot of stuff is broken anyway. Like, even though they've put a lot of effort into maintaining backwards compatibility, I almost think that now you should just not worry about backwards compatibility and just have like a Windows 95 layer that gets activated whenever you, like, rather than just a compatibility mode which just sets like a couple things, like a real abstraction layer. I think the Windows right-click menu on Windows 11 perfectly shows how flawed Microsoft's design ideas are. They just hide the old stuff and add a wacky layer on top of it, which lacks half the functionality. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that annoys me about modern Windows as well, is that while they put a lot of effort into backwards compatibility and making old apps runnable, they also like just do a bunch of dumb shit like the Metro settings thing over the control panel, where they would just kept pushing every release. They would just keep like pushing you to use the Metro settings window more than, even though the control panel still existed, because so many things that you wanted to do were still only in the control panel. But yeah, the Metro setting, but they kept pushing you to use this new thing that like barely, that was still missing so much from the control panel. 16-bit EXE support is dead since 7 SP1 as far as I know. I think it's not technically dead, it's dead in 64-bit versions of Windows. So I think if you have 32-bit Windows 11, then 16-bit apps will still run, I think. It's just that almost no one is running 32-bit versions of Windows anymore. Windows just added a tabbing feature on the File Explorer. Do you know where else that feature has existed for years? Pretty much. There's a lot of things that I've grown accustomed to on Linux that just don't exist on Windows as well. Like that tabbing feature is kind of one of them, and I know it's in Windows 11 now, but a lot of systems are still using Windows 10. So Windows 11 is just going to be a Windows Vista, but it's actually bad. I mean, the thing is, Windows 11, I think, is not necessarily that much worse than 10. Like, they fucked a lot of things around. Like, the taskbar, I think, is not as good, and the right-click menu, I don't think, is as good. But also, Windows 10 fucked a lot of things around as well, like trying to replace control panel with the Metro settings. So, I think Windows 11 is kind of just Windows 10 again, but they've just taken it a little bit further. Taken a little bit further in ways that annoy me. Twitch just served me a Lynx deodorant ad before I could watch. What are they insinuating? Is that what they think of us Twitch users, that we're all sweaty nerds? Well, they're right. No, I'm just kidding. Just glorified Windows 10. That's kind of how I see it. Like, Windows 10 was already annoying me, and Windows 11 just introduced more things that annoyed me. You can't open Task Manager by right-clicking the taskbar anymore. That really annoyed me. I didn't know that, but yeah, that sucks. And yeah, when you right-click anything, because I was a big user of the 7-zip context menu, so you'd right-click something and then you open up the 7-zip menu, and then you could extract here, or extract to a folder. Now, on Linux, that just comes out of the box. You don't even have to, or on KDE at least, it comes out of the box. You don't even have to install 7-zip. But now on Windows 11, they've hidden it into that show more options bit, which is just the old menu. So they've made a new menu that you have to use to go to the old menu so that you can still do what you want to do. Anyway, so so now I'm a Linux user, and to be fair, like I said, there's a lot of considerations you have to make to be a Linux user, because a lot of stuff is perfectly fine. Like, you still have web browsers. Almost all major web browsers are on Linux. If you're a programmer like me, programming is very accessible on Linux. But if you edit video, well, the options for video editors are a lot more limited. If you're a big Photoshop user, then, well, you either have to switch to something else, or you run Photoshop in Wine, which is not quite as good. So there are definitely a lot of considerations. That's why I still say Windows is the most practical OS, because you have to. It's the one that you can put the least amount of effort into, like figuring out how you're actually going to make it work, because everything has to work on Windows because it's 90% of the market share. So it takes effort to main not Windows. But I have a setup now that I think is working really well for me. I'm still partial to the look of Windows 7, but I have Windows 10 just because I need the modern APIs for a lot of programs I run. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Windows 10 looks awful. Sorry to any Windows 10 lovers in here, but I actually thought Windows 10 was a dreadful looking operating system. But yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I tried to go back to Windows 7 at one point, but there were just a bunch of things that either didn't work anymore or that I missed. Like, Win-Shift-S is a really convenient keyboard shortcut. So, yeah. My biggest issue with Windows is Modern Standby, a complete travesty that ruins laptops. I actually don't know about that. Linux is even worse on that. Standby, yeah, Linux doesn't have a great track record with sleep and or suspend and wake. Nowadays, operating systems are just a bootloader for the web browser for a lot of people. Yeah, pretty much. For most people, if they have a web browser and Microsoft Office, then that's all they use the computer for. And Linux is the only OS that does not have Microsoft Office. And yes, it has Office alternatives, but Microsoft Office has, like, oftentimes you need to use Microsoft Office because it has compatibility with all the other people using Microsoft Office. Like someone might send you a PowerPoint with a bunch of PowerPoint exclusive features, and you try to open it in LibreOffice, and it just doesn't look right anymore. So yeah, so that's why I say Windows is the most practical OS, but also for a lot of the things that I like to do, the worst OS. I can't wait until in 6 years, various updates and automatic installs and computer obsolescence forces Windows 11 on all of us. Well, I mean, it's definitely happening. Like, that's the other thing about being on Windows, and to be fair, it's the same on the Mac. That they will give you the updates, and if you want to like stay up to date with your browser and all the other apps you need to use, you will take the updates. You will consume the update, and you will like it. I would use Linux if my Windows system didn't have so much stuff on it already, and taking the amount of time I'd need to transfer everything I'll get all the stuff I use running is too much. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, it can be, like I said, it can be hard work, especially because there's so little commercial support on Linux. It can be... Sci4N1337, thank you for subscribing with the Bezos bucks. Appreciate that. Remember, it is morally correct. I always give this rant. It is morally correct to take money from Amazon and send it to your favorite streamer. WinShift S is to take a screenshot. Why did I download Lightshot? I don't even know what Lightshot is, but yeah, WinShift S is great. And luckily there are equivalents on Linux. There's also an equivalent on Mac OS, to be fair. But yeah, but using older versions of Windows when you're accustomed to WinShift S is like, damn. I spent 90% of my time hibernating my PC so I can return to what I'm doing the previous day. Yeah, I used to do that as well. I used to, every night I would just put it to sleep or hibernate it and then come back the next day. Nowadays I do a full shutdown just because I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I should be saving power, but I also feel like it might not save as much power as I think it does. So, like, because there's an argument that, you know, how much more power does a computer use? I mean, in hibernation, it's not going to use any more power at all. But I would. The reason why I started powering it off is because I would turn the switch off at the wall so that like there wasn't any standby power being used. But even then, I don't know how much power that actually saves. Luckily, Microsoft is slowly migrating to Electron for their Office suite. Let's hope they'll distribute for Linux while they're at it. That would be sick. Yeah, and that's another thing. Microsoft has actually, in recent years, they've been very pro Linux because I've been recently writing something in C#, and I've just been doing it on Linux. And that's, you know, like 10 years ago, that probably would have been unthinkable. I know that Mono existed, but like I'm using all official Microsoft stuff for this, so it's pretty cool. When is it going to be GeoGuessr time? Let's see, I've been on for an hour 10. Yeah, maybe in another like 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, but I have to shut down my laptop because if I leave it to sleep, it'll either hibernate or wake up blasting the fans at 3 a.m. doing Windows updates. Oh god, yeah, that's true. It'll wake up at 3 a.m. That's the whole meme now. They'll not only they're forcing updates on you at off hours, which means that it might wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, the Office web apps are very funny. They're often running the actual Office apps on remote servers and then beaming screenshots into the browser. Huh. I mean, I guess that works. I mean, if all you need is like Word or Excel. And yeah, that's the thing, because the biggest edge Microsoft Office has over other Office suites is the fact that it has full, completely accurate compatibility with Microsoft Office files that everyone else is using. Like, if everyone else was using LibreOffice, it wouldn't be an issue. We wouldn't need to use Microsoft Office, but most people do need to use it because if their professor or whatever or co-worker sends them something and it's not formatted correctly because they're not opening it in Microsoft Office, then they're kind of getting fucked because of that. I don't know about others, but I would not use Microsoft Office if it's on Linux, and especially if it's at the cost of it being Electron. OpenOffice is good enough for me. Yeah, I actually think there are plenty of Office suites that are perfectly good that aren't Microsoft Office. It's just what I said, that if all your co-workers or all people at your school are using Microsoft Office and you have to, I don't understand that argument. OpenOffice has read every docx or PDF I've given it. So with Word documents, you're probably correct. But if you've ever tried to open like a PowerPoint, I've consistently had issues opening up a Microsoft PowerPoint in anything, even like Google Slides or the more commercial options. I've consistently had issues with like things not rendering correctly or things not picking up properly. Okay, good night, MacKC. Good night, Stealth Pilot. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Windows, sorry we are updating. You can't use your computer. Linux, here you go. Your full system and apps upgrade without reboots. That's also true. Microsoft Office actually does a better job at opening my old OpenOffice 2 files than LibreOffice. Is that true? Hello world, and I'm just some random dude coming into the stream. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. I haven't used PowerPoint in so long, lol, Google Slides for the win. Yeah, I haven't either, but I do remember in school, when I was in school, and to be fair, this was like 10 years ago, that, they would, some teachers would get the bright idea to put the assignment information into like a PowerPoint. And you just have to like, and if I was using, was it OpenOffice back then, or was it LibreOffice by then? But yeah, if you try to open it and then all the like shapes and the animations would be completely wrong, and then you were fucked because you couldn't like see any of it properly. I don't know if this link will work, however. What am I being sent? It feels weird that MS Teams is in Electron instead of using the APIs they made for their own OS. Yeah, I guess, well, technically, doesn't MS own Electron now, because wasn't it made by GitHub? LibreOffice and OpenOffice are separate projects. I know, but LibreOffice, it literally, like, was forked from OpenOffice, so that was my point, is that, like, would I have been using OpenOffice back then, or would I have been using LibreOffice? It feels weird that, oh no, I already read that. If you inspect element on this, each page is just an image. Wow. I mean, hey, it works. Yeah, you're right, it's an image. Is that an Xbox controller I see behind you? Over there, the white box? No, that's actually an Apple Power Brick. At my job, we just use Google Docs. Yeah, I think Google Docs is getting a lot of traction nowadays. And, that's obviously cross-platform because that's just in a browser. Brick. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a USB-C Apple Power Brick. It was rendered on a server using Windows. It even has ClearType anti-aliasing. That's funny. On the table, that is a DualShock 3. It's close to an Xbox controller. It is it's a PS3 controller. It's actually for a video. Pretty much all the stuff on this table is half-finished video projects. Is that a sofa? The couch? Yeah, everyone everyone talks about the long couch. Um, looks like an Xbox controller from the distance with the green on it. Oh yeah, it's a tag, right? I see what you mean. I can see how it would look like that. My XP PC just decided to die. I'm sad. Yeah, that is sad. What? Maybe you can fix it though. Unrelated, but this Halloween you should put back on the emo makeup. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't bring any eyeliner with me. I'd have to get one. Matt has so many friends he needs the extra couch space. I wish that were true. No, it's I've said this in previous streams, but it's only long because it was donated to me. I didn't specifically go out of my way to buy a long couch. They just happened to have a long couch. You should get a new PC and run Windows 95. Yes, that's the solution. Is that a background in the background? I have thought about getting like a like pictures to put in these gaps between the acoustic panels, and then and having one of them be the XP Bliss wallpaper. Just notice the sheer number of chairs. Oh yeah, hang on. That's a chair as well. There's 1, 2, 5 on the couch, and then 8, including the one I'm sitting on. I'm imagining you going to the furniture store and demanding to see the longest couch they have. True. One could be your QR code. That's true, actually. That'd actually be kind of funny, because anyone watching the stream could then scan a QR code in the background and start playing Snake. Oh yeah, and one of them needs to be Bill Gates holding an Xbox controller and a hamburger. How did I get a US visa being a freelancer? I started a business, and so everything I do goes through the business, and the business hires people like editors, like video editors that help me. Pretty much the way that all the visas are designed to stimulate the economy. So if you can say that you're gonna create jobs and pay taxes, then they'll give you a visa. No, it's not nearly that simple, obviously, but if you can very thoroughly demonstrate that you can hire people and you can create jobs and pay taxes, then they'll give you a shot. But it's a temporary visa, so in a couple years' time they'll be like, how many jobs and taxes have you made? It's Halloween and you're Australian. Where are the spiders? Nowhere. I guess that's true. I haven't thought about it, but I guess I have gotten less spiders since not being in Australia. You should put a cardboard cutout of Bill Gates behind you. How much do cardboard cutouts cost? Because I used to have a cardboard cutout of me, but that was a birthday present. I didn't actually, from some friends that were kind of trolling me. So I actually don't know how much it cost. It starts, but as soon as the GPU drivers loads, it's blue screens. I installed drivers a few times and also installed XP, but no luck. Huh. Is it a problem? Maybe it's a problem with the GPU. In which case, if you could find a replacement, maybe it would work fine. I have not made jobs. Maybe I can convince them to kick me out. True! Bill Gates life-size cutout? This is just a thing on Amazon? This is a thing on Amazon UK at least. Oh my god. Oh, well, whatever. Fine. £40. I know the exchange rate is low. How much is that today? $45. Actually, what's... Oh, a mini cutout. No, it's got to be life size, right? $45 to have Bill Gates standing over my shoulder. Your celebrity here. When I first saw this, I thought it said your celebrity crush, and I was like, well, true. Is it on amazon.com.au because you're in Australia? I'm not in Australia at the moment, but as far as I can tell, it is not on other... oh no, it is on .com.au. Oh my god, but it's $120. Fucking Australia tax back at it again. This is a real thing. It's even got a Wikipedia page. No, not the tax in Australia. Not income tax, I mean the Australia tax. The tax for being Australian. No, I don't mean... I don't know why this isn't coming up on Google. Australia tax, which means that everything is more expensive in Australia than equivalent costs in overseas nations. We're seeing that in real time with this $120 Bill Gates cutout. Just for reference, that would be almost £70 as opposed to the 40 that you can get in actual on Amazon UK. Anyway. How is it life size when it's 65 centimeters tall? You're right. Actually, huh. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that can't be right though, because it's not 65 wide and 65 tall. It's not a square. So maybe those figures might just be wrong. You are my crush, Matt. Me? No way. Moved or on vacation? I've moved. Yeah, moved, I'll say. What just happened? I have Storm. Thank you for subscribing with the Bezos bucks. Appreciate that. Remember, it is always... I don't know how many times I can keep saying that before people get tired of it. Remember, it is always morally correct to take money from Amazon and give it to your favorite stream. It's a business expense, that's true. Just write it off on my taxes. Bill Gates just looks bigger on TV. My god. If he's actually like 65 centimeters, that's only like... that means he's this tall. No wonder he had to become a big tech executive if he's that short. iDef, thank you so much for the sub with the Prime. Thank you for the Bezos bucks. Appreciate that. But why you moved? Many reasons. Yeah, I don't know if I can go into the reasons, but I did. I've done so in previous streams, but no, there are a lot of reasons. You should get a Jeff Bezos cutout to persuade people to hand over the Bezos bucks. I wonder how that would look, because if he's like standing over my shoulder and I'm telling people to take money away from him, that's confusing messaging. But I wonder if I wonder if there's some kind of I could get a cutout of him and then put like a speech bubble above him saying, "I don't need the money." Buy it and never mention it. Just put it behind the couch and never acknowledge comments about it. Sounds good to me. Half Bill Gates, half Jeff Bezos face. Hell yeah. Just get a human-shaped green screen and fill in whoever you want in post. I could just like cover these sections with green and then put just some random shit behind me. You, Bill and Steve cutouts. And what are they going to be doing to each other? They're either going to be fighting or making out. It's got to be one or the other. Jill Gatesos. Oh no. No, someone's going to make an AI like combination of the two and it's going to freak me out. I'm going to hate it. I just got a single emote for a short period of time. Hell yeah! I don't. Is that because? Oh, that's because of the. That's channel points? Yeah, I remember that. I forgot how that worked. Get 8 billion cutouts, one for every human. That's going to be interesting. Tracking down every human to get a cutout of them. Get a meter on the side of your screen, and then every time someone donates, the meter goes up when it reaches the limit. You buy the cutout. I could make it a donation goal. I don't know if that's a responsible use of my viewers' money. Now, if I was to save up for a Shrek TV, that's a responsible use. It's a bit more expensive than a Bill Gates cutout, but I think it's worth it. What are they going for nowadays? Oh, I can't even find one for sale at the moment. I found a SpongeBob one though. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've still been just staring at this Bill Gates image this whole time. Yeah, there's a SpongeBob one, so that's cool. But I couldn't find an actual Shrek TV. I know I have a photo of one somewhere. Hang on, I'm gonna have to peruse my Twitter. The last one I found on eBay. Did I pass it already? Why can't I? Swear to God, it wasn't that long ago. There it is. So the last time I saw a Shrek TV, it was $3,500. So I think I think I could ask everyone to donate some money for a $3,500 Shrek TV. I'm kind of genuinely waiting for you to buy the Bill Gates cutout on stream. Ah, no. I don't know if that's a I don't know if that would that count as an impulse buy. Worth. That's what I'm saying. Who wouldn't want a Shrek TV? Have you heard of Shanks Mods? Yeah, I've actually spoken with him before, and I watched his videos and he's watched some of mine. So, yeah, I did the thing. I made a gel Gatesos image. Oh my god. Feel free to post it in the Discord, I guess. Oh, is my bot working? Nope. It disconnected for some reason. I don't know why. Why is it like this? I swear to God, it worked so recently. I'm sending it to you directly? Oh, that's fine as well. There it is, now it's back. It's the return of Windows 2000 bot. Welcome back to the stream. That's just my chat bot. $59.18. What, a Bill Gates cutout? Or a Shrek TV? A Shrek TV? Ew, oh, why? Okay, well. Here's the, gel Gatesos that I've just been sent. And here's another. Yeah, I regret that. I regret looking at it. What? How dare you make me see that with my own two eyes? Oh boy, those hands. Linus Sextits. True. Why are they both more handsome than the real people? Are they? I don't know if I agree. I had to see it with my own four eyes too. Well, whose fault is that? Alright. How about we put on some GeoGuessr? I think that could be fun. And then I'll probably play a couple games of GeoGuessr and then I'll probably get off because I'm still feeling a little tired. But I've enjoyed hanging out. Make a Shrek TV? Could I? Oh, wait. Okay. Follow the link. The Lemon Man just posted it, but I'll post it myself as well. Follow the link if you want to play GeoGuessr. In the meantime, I gotta show people the fact that Alibaba.com still allegedly sells CRTs. Yeah. Like an actual 14-inch CRT. No way. Yeah, I don't know. I think these are old stock, and they're old stock tubes that they're just kind of reselling. Usually they're like minimum order like 500, but this is only minimum order 2. Do I dare to spend $122 on a on a 14-inch CRT? What's that gonna look like? I bet those CRTs are fake and actually LCDs. I could believe that. I could actually 100% believe that they're fake. I almost want to try it now, just because I'm sure it would make an interesting video. For the content, Matt, do it. Yeah, I'm not. I was. I was questioning whether to buy a Bill Gates cutout, but when it comes to 2 potential scam TVs, I'm all for it. Alright. I just posted a terrifying Bezos into your Discord. Oh my lord. There is a Discord. Exclamation point Discord. When the bot feels like it, will provide a link. Oh god, what has been put into my... Oh, what on earth? What on earth? Ew. Why are these like... Why did these make me think of Oompa Loompas? They don't even look like Oompa Loompas. I hate it. I hate that so much. Especially this one. I hate him especially. These 2 guys, I don't know. Maybe they were alright people in real life, but I especially hate that one on the right. Because they're identical, probably. That's... Oh, yeah, that could do it. That could be it. The fact just seeing, like, 3 of them, like, all, like, cheery and standing together. It's Matt KFC. It's a me, Matt KFC. It seems to have a thing with making everything into 3s. That's interesting. If it's real, they'll arrive in pieces for sure. Hell, that's still interesting. I am so curious what would happen if I actually purchased this. Do I dare for the content? Can someone explain GeoGuessr to me? I've never played it properly before. So what happens is you're basically dropped into a random place in the world in Google Street View, and you have to guess where that is. You can use, there are a lot of clues around, like you can look at signs. Signs often tell you like what cities you're near, or they'll often have a language on them. So but otherwise it's basically just going around Google Street View. If you just dropped a pin in a completely random spot in Google Street View and then just looked around, and then trying to guess where that is. Look in the Discord again. Oh god. Can it get worse? Despite everything, it's still morally correct to take away money from Amazon. True! Based take. Only using a food, tell us where you live. Hang on, I have to show this, because otherwise no one's going to know what I'm looking at. Only using food, tell us where you live. Yep, well, that's only food. Thank you, iDef. Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Axirise. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Anyway, that's yeah, that's I don't know where that is. I couldn't tell you. It's completely foreign to me. buy it to say you got the newest CRT in the world. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I may have entered Jeff Bezos as an Oompa Loompa into the generator. We spent so much time wondering if we could that we didn't stop and think if we should. What did you think of the Guitar Hero toilet? I did not view a Guitar Hero toilet. Oh, ew. I'm not even showing that one on stream. It's another terrible Bezos. Some time ago, LGR actually made a video about a CRT CCTV made in 2013. Huh. What's the link to join? Oh, the GeoGuessr is that. Lamau Adunni. Actually, I could probably make this a command on the bot. If it actually works, which it doesn't seem to. Oh, actually, maybe it did. Yeah, there we go. Did you not like the guitar urinal? I didn't see a guitar urinal, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. We don't need to see a dunny. That's what I'm saying. Alright, now... Alright, let's get started, shall we? Let's... do. Are we all ready to go? Hang on, let me give everyone... I'm giving everyone 1 minute to join the GeoGuessr game. There's a link in chat. If you want it again, type in !GeoGuessr. I'm bad at guessing, so I'm a watch. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, some people just hang out in the chat and guess with us. And anyone is permitted to use hints from the chat. That way I don't get an unfair advantage. 3,000 KC coins! That's all it takes to get a Shrek TV, apparently. Okay. Oof. I just forgot it would make a noise. Alright, we're starting the game. Let's go. Okay. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Okay. Well. Virtually... Oh, hang on. Sign. Important. Fucking Google. Google. Well, that's not English. It kind of looks... Oh, well, the bottom is in English, so it's a place that speaks enough English. Hang on, this is kind of loud. I'm turning this down a bit. Okay. Somewhere that speaks enough English for them to have both. Informador. Is that Spanish or Portuguese? Alright, no, let's... Hang on, there's another sign. Another sign. Are we allowed to give misleading hints? Guess you can. I think this has got to be Spanish. Unfortunately, the Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world, so... Oh, look at that. Sun to the north. So we're actually south of the equator. Southern hemisphere. Which I guess makes sense. There's a lot of Spanish-speaking countries here. Can't be Brazil. If it's not, unless I'm wrong and it's Portuguese, but I'm going to guess that I'm not. For now, I'm going to put a pin in Peru, but it could also be Argentina. Looks like Spanish. Number is Argentina. Okay. Okay. Argentina works for me. It looks like it's... Alright, I'll just put a pin there for now, just in case we don't come up with anything better. What's this sign say? Oh my fucking god, this... so funny when the season changes like that. Trying to look at the sign. Oh, it's the same exact sign. Okay, alright, let's make some long distance travel. Let's try and find some more civilization. We are time traveling, that's right, we actually are. Are they driving on the right? That would be valid for Argentina. Oh. Directions. La Consulta and de los Andes. Oh, Andes. That would be more like here then, wouldn't it? Or maybe here? Andes nuts! True. Do you just have to guess country? No, you would want to get as close as possible. You're graded on distance in kilometers, so yeah, all right. It's about as good of a guess as I think I'll get. Not bad, not bad. 553 Ks. Could have been worse. Didn't I actually guess like further south and then I like moved it north? That'd be really shit if so, but well done to I don't know who this is, but to this person for getting really close. What's a kilometer? It's a good measurement of distance. It's the best measurement of distance. That was stressful for my first game. Yeah, it can be. It's because this is competitive mode and it's timed. You can also play GeoGuessr with no timer and just on your own. That probably would have been easier to start off with, but well, I guess it's too late now. Okay, this is an interesting landscape. This is making me think Japan. But I don't have anything to really back... Oh, well, what's that? Got a sign. What does it say? Oh, 100% Japan. Okay, well, good to know. Good to know, but it's definitely rural Japan. What's a kilometer in freedom units? I don't partake in these freedom units. I don't know if we'll get many clues as to exactly where. That's the problem with like rural places, is that they're much less likely to have a lot of big signs telling you exactly where they are. Imagine measuring distances with your feet. True! Actually, to be fair, feet and inches, I think, are actually those are the freedom unit parts that I'll defend the most. Just because it can, if you're providing like an imprecise measurement to someone, it's much easier to say, oh, it's about 2 or 3 feet than it is to say, oh, it's about 60 to 90 centimeters. So from that end, I actually think that inches and feet have a potential advantage as far as being really imprecise and like roundabout. But for any like precise measurement, it's metric all the way. Interesting. We've actually come across like kind of a bit of a city. Hey, Matt, you like feet? I mean, I guess that is kind of what I said, but that's not that's not what I meant. Niigata region? Interesting. I've never been there. I don't know that region. There are parts of Japan I've been to a lot, but not that one. Yeah, I want to say... Where's Niigata? Is that... I thought it was around here. Well, I only have 15 seconds. Oh, Niigata is up here. I was almost right. I don't have any better guess than this. It could be there, but I'm not confident, so I'm just gonna go with it. Go with whatever. Oh, it's Nagoya. Another area I haven't been to. Wow, it's actually kind of like... It's actually closer to a city than I thought. When we first dropped there, I was like, God damn, this has got to be like in the middle of nowhere. No, it's actually the outskirts of a city. I've passed through Nagoya on the Shinkansen, but I've never actually stopped there. My dad wants to go to the Toyota factory, so maybe I will stop in Nagoya if I go visit with him one day. Wow, by complete fucking chance, I was the closest. Like, I had no fucking idea what I was doing, and I managed to get just slightly closer than the next closest. My friend lives in Nagoya. The number gave it away. I think I was the furthest. Damn, yeah, it happens. Don't worry. I've had a lot of throws in GeoGuessr. This is your first game, so it's all right. Oh, okay. Is that Indonesian or Malaysian? I know Indonesian is like written in, like it's Latin characters, but it's not English or it's not a European language. What city is the Toyota factory in? I used to know. My FJ was made there. Toyota factory? I don't know, like... I know that Toyota headquarters is in the city of Toyota, but I don't know if there are, like, other factories in the country that are... Wait, what have we got? Might! The powerhouse of futures and knowledge advancement. What the fuck is this? What am I even looking at? I'm like 99% sure this is Indonesia. But, well, maybe not 99. Maybe like 85. Also, why did the music cut out? Oh, it didn't. It's just it just became quieter for some reason. I think we're definitely... Language is Indonesian. Okay, good. Good, I'm not going crazy. Units from something for sale. Is that like a place? Okay, I'm gonna move on, see if I can find anything else. For absolutely no reason, I'm just gonna put it at a major city, at the major city. I don't have any reason to believe that or not yet. It's just I gotta pick somewhere, and this is clearly a built-up area. This is clearly like a major city of some kind, but I don't know if it's that major city. Wait, Malaysia? Oh shit. Am I gonna risk it? I'm gonna risk it for Malaysia. Oh my lord. Holy shit. I almost was much further away. I was still pretty far. Like I was very close to Singapore, but wow, it was like outskirts of Kuala Lumpur. My god. Found a sign that said it. Ah, interesting. I know, yeah, I knew that Malaysia also had that. It's either like the same language or like a variant of it, so I knew it was one of them. But I had no reason to believe it wasn't. It was either Indonesia or Malaysia, and Indonesia felt more likely. There was a sign that gave it away, and I couldn't select the city in time. Damn. Yeah, apparently there was a sign, but I didn't see it. Okay. This is feeling to me a bit like Argentina, or like a South American country along those lines. Peru, yeah, could be Peru. Oh, hang on. There's a van or a bus. Trans. And I'm not even gonna try. So much of it is blurred out. Chile? Oh, Chile. I could totally believe that. But I don't know where yet. So I'm just gonna just drop it down there for now. Is this the Chilean flag? My god, I should know that. But I don't. Oh, hang on, a billboard. That could be useful. Well, we're definitely Chile. But where? I found the Texas flag. Is that... I might have found that same flag, but like... that might be... I don't know what that is. It looks... It does kind of look like a Texas flag, but I think... There's so many of them that unless this is like Little Texas... With these huge mountains in the back, it's got to be like... Oh, well, okay. Don't you just love it when you see, like, when you see a word that and you don't even know what it means, and then you realize it's a place name, and it's like, okay, well, easy. Easy clap. Texas flag has more blue, I think. I should know. I live in Texas. I've forgotten too. I've seen the Texas flag, and I know it's got the star on it, but I've forgotten what it looks like as well. I guess I could look it up now that I've like guessed. Oh, what a fucking troll, bro! So this is why it's so confusing, because it's red at the bottom, white, and then a blue star. And then the Texas flag is almost completely identical, but it's blue all the way down to the bottom and the star is in the middle. Nice. Wow, I still wasn't quite closest, but it was so lucky that I looked at the bus and happened to find like the same name on the actual map. I was to confuse that flag. I mean, how could you not confuse these? Unless you're like ultra familiar with one of them. I mean, they're so similar. Final round. What do we got? What do we got? Oh my lord. That's Thailand, I think. Thai script. Yeah. Fiber Wi-Fi. That seems a bit like an oxymoron. How is it fiber but also Wi-Fi? But no, I get it. I getcha. Any... Oh. This is the problem with script that I can't read, is that I have no fucking idea what it even says. So I wouldn't be able to locate a place name on there even if I wanted to. Wireless Ethernet. That's my favorite kind of internet. Oh, we're just getting further and further out of the... into like farms and shit, which isn't going to be very helpful. That's not a sign, that's a truck. Anyone running some Wi-Fi cables? Yeah, can I get a wireless HDMI? A lot of shrines I'm noticing. I don't know if that means anything. Like, I don't know if that's indicative of any kind of area. Found a nice arch temple or something? Is it this one? This is nice. I mean, holy shit. Oh, if only I could read any of that. That might help. Thai language and Thai flag. Yeah, it's definitely Thailand, but like, where? Do I just try and fluke it and say somewhere outside Bangkok? Hang on, there's another sign. Can't read any of that. If I can find anything written in English, that'd be very helpful. But actually, the fact that there's nothing in English, maybe it is further out of Bangkok than I think. Sakao is the city. How do you know that? From a sign? Could you read the sign? I don't even know where that is. Oh, like around here? I guess. Alright, fine. I'll click it and see what happens. Oh my god, and I was wrong. I was closer the first time. That's what I get for blindly trusting a chat suggestion. Damn it. Oh well. Why did you lie to us? That's the capital? Is it? I just used Google Translate OCR on a random sign. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, that's the other problem with city names is that they could at any time they could be referring to a city that like they could just be referring to another city. But I guess we were on the outskirts of Suphanburi. It was further from Bangkok too. I thought it was further from Bangkok too. Ah, right, I getcha. Oh, right, there, got it. Wait, I won? Holy shit. Well, that's cool. But congratulations, everyone. That was a lot of fun. How about one more, and then I'll call it. What do you think? Two more. No, I think only one more. Oh my god, my bot is broken again. This is new code, so it's... There we go. There's the link. So if you want to go to the... if you want to join for another competitive game of GeoGuessr, head to that link. Or if you don't see the link, type in ! GeoGuessr. Yes. It says page not found. Does it? For me, it says you need an account to play. I'm trying to open it up in like an incognito window. Hang on, let me try to... I'll just open it up here. It seems to be working. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it says page not found for you. Maybe can you try copying the link and pasting it? Did you create the bot? I did, which is why it doesn't work at the moment, or it only works sometimes. I did have to select play again though. Yeah, I had to do that too when I just tried following it, but it did work. Can we do GeoGuessr on Mars too? I think the idea is that you can limit it to like one country, but I always find that a lot harder because it's easier to identify countries from each other than just different parts of the same country. No, I can't join. Hang on. Here's another link. Try this link. There you go. Welcome to the stream, TP for my bong hole 1234. Thanks for coming in. There we go, okay. I will... Alright. 1 minute. 1 minute on the clock. Feel free to join. Click the link I posted in the chat. There. Went to the main website first and then clicked again. Interesting. Weird. I don't know why that would happen. But yes, 34 seconds to join the game. Plus however much Twitch lag you have. No way. Is that unregistered hypercam on my stream? It's more likely than you think. 12 seconds plus Twitch latency to get into the game. I'm not join because I can't guess for shit. Alright, that's fair enough. Totally understand. Okay. Let's go, let's get started. It's not crunchy enough for it to be Hypercam 2. That's true. I should make it so that my like video and audio quality drastically lower when that appears. Alright. Whew. What do we got here? This that actually might be Portuguese, which either means Portugal or Brazil. Whenever something looks a bit like Spanish but not quite Spanish, it's Portuguese is what I found. What's Hypercam? Only the greatest screen recording software of all time. A whole generation of Let's Plays was built on the legacy of that software. I wanted to read it a bit more. Oh, can you read Portuguese or Spanish? I don't even know if I can go back and find it. I don't know where it was. It looked like Spanish? Did it? Maybe I was wrong. Wait, what's this flag? That is the Portuguese flag, is it not? So not Brazil. That is it, isn't it? Am I wrong? Spain? Damn. What's the Spain flag? I think that's the Portuguese flag. And that would make sense, because these roads look more European than South American. Yes. Great. I'm so glad that... Is it cheating to ask my chat for questions and let them confirm? Hopefully, I guess my only solace is that everyone else that I'm playing with also has access to chat, and therefore any hints that I get are also hints that they get. They have an American stop signs. Yes, Madge. Oh no. I don't know if that's an actual place name or it's like a just pointing to something. European license plates. Gotta get the Bandicam text next to the Hypercam. That's a good idea. I'll make a Bandicam reward as well. Wow, this road just fucking ends. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say it's right in the capital. This looks a bit like more outside, but I don't know where. Fraps FPS counter. These are all good ideas. I'm actually gonna do these, I think. I feel like it's gotta be far further from the capital. Let's just say there. More like inland? Yeah, you're probably right. Wait! No way! 6.2 Ks? What a guess! What a guess! 6.2 Ks. Okay, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain about that. I guess super close? Hell yeah, were you one of these? That's sick. I love it when a guess turns out well. Activate Windows. I'm gonna have to start writing all of these down. I should make it so that it's like activate Matt KC, because then that'll work with my opening screen. Rue de 15 Abril was only in that village. Ah, I see. Okay. Alright. Huh. Oh, look at that. Cyrillic. So somewhere Eastern European. Sadly, that could be a lot of countries, but it's a nice looking area. It's not like sometimes you get dropped into a city in like in the middle of nowhere in Russia and it's the most like decrepit, depressing looking place you've ever seen. Add all of them and then add one that activates them all at once. Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. It's good, like, it has been a bit since I've added anything to the channel points, so I'm totally down. We're definitely in a city. This is like pretty built up. Stop. Yes, I saw an Intel logo as well, but I can't imagine why there would be something like that here. Wait, this looks like Polish now. I mean, Polish is close to... Maybe it's like right on the border between Poland and Belarus, because... Yeah, because Poland is... Or Ukraine, because, yeah, Poland is close to a Cyrillic-speaking country, or close to a lot of them, but it is not one itself, and this looks like Polish. Scuffed stream button to just like tank the quality of the stream. I mean, that'd be fucking funny. Hang on, just adjusting my posture real quick. Realized I was like hunching over to look at the screen. Yas, queen! I don't fucking know. Am I gonna regret changing that? Yeah, I probably am. I'm gonna change it back. Serbia? You think so? You could be right. Look, I'm just gonna bite the bullet on this one. No, you were right. It was not Serbia, but it is. Oh no, it is Serbia. Sorry, I meant it's not the capital, but it is Serbia. Yeah, well, it is what it is. They use both scripts. Ah, I think we have run into that before, where it's where I've been confused about the place because of the two scripts and it ended up being Serbia. I'll have to fucking try to remember that next time. Okay. Oh, this is like... Wow, thanks for that. Thanks, Google. Appreciate that. This is like Indonesia or Malaysia again. 100%. Because there was that script again. Kuala Lumpur again? It genuinely could be. Yeah, someone said, yeah, Florida vibe. It kind of is because it's tropical. I'm gonna... I mean, it's probably not, but until I find any more... I mean, it is very dense, so it's definitely a major city. But, oh, Puchong. That actually makes sense, because didn't we see that on a sign earlier? Right. Right. So it literally is Kuala Lumpur, or at least like the metro, greater Kuala Lumpur area. Should I just go for it? Should I just drop in that as a guess? Or should I actually try and like track down the street name? I guess I could try. Okay. Postcode postcode. Trying to see if this is like a major road or if it's just like okay. We're seeing street names. Putra Perdana. Wait. I don't think I'm gonna get it any closer. Wait, why did... Oh, I see. 7.5 Ks. Not bad, not bad. Oh, it was all the way fucking down here. Oh, there is Putra Perdana. I'm probably butchering the hell out of that. I didn't see that at all. I was focusing too much over here. Damn it, but fair enough. Oh, is there Arabic on the signs? I don't know. I don't know anything about Malaysia. Other than that they have like, they share that same Indonesian language. Okay. This looks like England. Yep, .co.uk. Straight up. So definitely UK, probably England. Arabic for reading religious texts, I say. Pretty well, definitely it's definitely not, it's a little bit suburban because there's a lot of like, this is all large houses, but not really rural. Arabic looking text threw me off. Yeah, I was almost thrown off by that too. But I remembered that Malaysia like can sometimes do that, and then someone suggested Kuala Lumpur. Look at that bright red door. Is there anything more English than that big bright red door? Okay, so we're on Colburn Road. So we just have to look at every single street in England until we find that one. I'm back, I guess. Welcome back. Colburn and Tritterford. Tritterford. Billesley. Is this actually going to be where we are? Is there actually a city called Billesley? Birmingham? Birmingham, no, it is, trust me. I don't know. How do you know? Wait, there's like a bus shelter. This might say something. Wait. Oh, okay, you're right. Birmingham to something. I could just about make it out on that bus stop. Sick. Well done, whoever suggested that. One of the signs said Binner Hollow. I don't know what that means. 816 meters away. Well done. Yeah, I didn't get that close, but 6.3, I'll take it. Absolutely. Oh, for God's sake. Just dropped me in the middle of nowhere. There's not going to be another sign for another like 10,000 miles. Oh, hang on. That is a sign. Is it actually... Oh, hey. It actually says something on it. Toba. I don't know what that means. I guess it's probably a place name. Hang on, are we... Okay, we're Northern Hemisphere. So otherwise I would have suggested this might have been like South Africa or something, but... It's definitely somewhere called... Oh, Bonn. It's French. Senegal. Oh! You're actually right. It could be one of the Northern African countries that speak French. Senegal. Okay. There it is. You guys are right. I guess now it's just about seeing if we can narrow it down. Why is that sign like not getting any closer? It just keeps getting it. Okay, finally, here we go. Here we go. What? Excuse me? Wait, what? Alright, well this is as close as we're getting. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, no, we're back. We're back. No, it's just more... It's just more shit in French. I wonder what, like... Because this must be like a freeway. Or like a major road. Like, I see there's this thing called N3 that runs through. And R30. I wonder if, like... We're on one of those, or maybe we're on this other road that goes out. DIY store. Oh, interesting. Do you read French? GG. Oh, did I do that? That's how you do that. Okay. I don't think we're actually right in it, so... Sure. Oh, well, I bet on the wrong road, but still. Flags, well done! Congratulations. I came a very mediocre 5th, but I kind of expected that. I had a couple throws in that. Took a couple L's. So yeah, congratulations. There was a donkey on the highway. Did that tell you anything about which highway it was? 8th? It's alright. It's alright. So you win some, you lose some. I've had plenty of throws. Africa movement. Fun time. I came in 6th right behind you. Oh yeah, true. Well, I think I'll call it there. I'm still a little bit tired from staying up late the last couple of nights. So I'm gonna take the rest of the day easy, get some sleep, get a nice, delicious dinner meal, and all that good shit. So thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you all probably soon. Maybe like early or middle or early next week. I'm still tired from TwitchCon. Relatable. Alright, oh, I guess I should see if there's anyone worth raiding. Anyone worth my precious time. Yeah. There's a Mario 64 speedrunner streaming that I watch. Time to send over a raid. We're gonna raid Hot Takes by Soph, who's a cool Mario 64 streamer, and I'll see you all next week. Alright. Yeah, thanks for all for coming by. Let's go.